So I made a purchase from Venom Automotive in Australia on the 18th, and it's the 22nd today. So that's 4 days for these to arrive, which is just brilliant. What we've got is the drive-by-wire 74mm adapter for the throttle, and also you've got the idle air control valve block-off plate. Now these are both billet, both O-ringed. There's no ring on this side and this side. And essentially what that will allow us to do is put the Bosch throttle body here and then block off the idle air control valve, which we no longer have here. There are studs that hold these in, if there's one. So you'll need to remove the studs. There's two at the bottom here, and then there's two studs here. And then this comes with all the necessary hardware, basically, to bolt this up. So what I'm going to do is kind of get it mocked up and we can have a look. So that's the block-off plate installed and the drive-by-wire adapter. And as you can see, it's almost tapered. So it tapers down from 74mm to, you know, whatever the original inlet size is for the 1JZ. So let's get the drive-by-wire throttle bolted to this. Now obviously it's not bolted into place. It's a little bit loose, so it's going to sit like that when it's bolted up, but pretty much that is the drive-by-wire conversion, part one, basically. Now obviously I'm going to have to get some intercooler piping adjustments made because this is a bigger diameter than this, but I'll need to get my IAT sensor bung welded into that piece of pipe anyway, so that's fine. The inlet I'm going to paint black as well, so it matches obviously the Venom parts that we've just installed. But yeah, we're making good progress. I also got my Bosch pedal, which we need to mount. Part numbers there, 0280, blah 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 blah. I've ordered a backing plate for this from Golby's in Australia, which basically bolts up here and then the pedal bolts to it. So yeah, just ignore that. I've been working on the loom. I'm trying to keep it as kind of in place as possible. Now at this point I'm pretty sick of the multimeter beeping because I've removed this from the loom today. All that is left from the automatic gearbox section is this ground wire. That is it. So the entire auto gearbox loom has been kind of stripped out, which is good. There's still plenty more pins that aren't in use, so I can get rid of those. Just need to, again, go through and find which ones are which. I've got my neutral safety wires, which I pulled all the way through. And then these two here are my reverse sensor switch, which I think I'm going to connect to some sort of Deutsch connector, because if I ever pull the gearbox, I can just unplug because they connect to the sensor on the gearbox. And then at the top, I've still not touched that. That's bypass valve, MAF, coil packs, things like that. So that's on the list at some stage. But yeah, we're working through it and slowly shrinking the loom. Although it doesn't look like it, progress is being made, just slowly.